You have to say this about the Golden State Warriors: quitting is not an option for them. It was a defining few games for the Dubs, winning against teams like the Clippers, Trailblazers, and the Kings. Even though a lot of critics are not picking this year's Warriors to win the West, they still embody that fabric of resiliency that they are known for. The Golden State Warriors just don't want to lose without a fight, as shown by their recent comeback win against the Los Angeles Clippers. They were down by as many as 22 points in the second half and still managed to pull off that upset win. With a final score of 115-105, many of the Golden State Warriors were shocked on how they managed to win that game after losing to the Clippers just 2 days before, with a score of 108-101. Curry finished the game with a stat line of 38 points, 2 rebounds, 11 assists, while shooting 9 of 14 from the three-point line. Curry is averaging a league-best 30.5 points per game, while scoring 137 points in the last 4 games. Despite these MVP numbers, Steph Curry has to walk a fine line of scoring a ton of points and making plays for other teammates. That's not easy to do. I think there's not a single superstar in the NBA who can be as patient as him given the shortcomings of his supporting cast. Curry does have some competition this year to win MVP, including LeBron James, Luka Doncic, Kevin Durant, and Joel Embiid, but if there's anyone who should be up there, it's Curry. Even if Steph Curry doesn't have the rhythm in the first half of games, he defers to his other teammates. But as we all know, when Curry finds his rhythm and gets his shot back, he's very hard to slow down. After the comeback game where the Warriors defeated the Clippers, Chef Curry had this to say: "Pretty awesome night considering how the first 28 minutes went. They were sending bodies at me everywhere, and you have to find that balance. I've been talking about it all year, of taking what the defense gives you, making the right basketball play, and trying to get everybody involved, but still being aggressive to score." Andrew Wiggins was also interviewed after that same game to describe what it's like to be Steph Curry's teammate. "He's making shots that you're like, whoa. There's not a lot of shots that he can't make. As soon as he steps over half, he's a threat, so he causes a lot of attention. So when he gets rolling, you just sit back and watch and let him roll." Curry's other teammate, Eric Paschall, was also interviewed and said this: "Sometimes I've got to remember that I'm his teammate. I'm so used to watching it on TV. Sometimes I have to remember things like, hey, hold on, you're playing with Steph. But sometimes you do want to sit there and watch, I'm not going to lie." We are only a few games into the season, and Steph is reminding us why he became a 2-time MVP and the first unanimous MVP voted in the history of the NBA. This latest example of Curry's brilliance is why the NBA is so much fun to watch when he has these hot streaks, and why Steph Curry deserves to be in the MVP conversation this season. But before that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and smash that notification bell to get updates on my latest NBA content. Just a few nights ago, Steph had the highest points this season so far, scoring 62 points in a 137-122 win Sunday over the Portland Trailblazers. When you read the official box score, it says there, 27-foot running jump shot to score his final bucket. A pretty accurate description of the highlight that only happens when the best shooter in NBA history had the best scoring night of his Hall of Fame career. In just 36 minutes of play, Steph attempted 31 shots to surpass his previous career high by 8 points. After the game, Klay Thompson tweeted out, "Sheesh, at Stephen Curry 30, welcome to the club, big bro, #62. Before this happened, the Trailblazers won against the Warriors 123-98. Damian Lillard controversially said that Curry looked mortal without Hall of Famer teammates to help him. Curry seemed to take that personally, as he became the first player to score at least 30 in each half since Kobe Bean Bryant did it in a win over the Dallas Mavericks on December 20th, 2005. Curry broke the previous highest scoring mark this season, which was held by James Harden, 44 points, as he joined Hall of Fame Golden State Warriors players Rick Barry, Wilt Chamberlain, Joe Fulks, and Klay Thompson as the only players to reach the 60-point mark for the franchise. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr had this to say during a post-game conference. "It's just a privilege to coach him. Not just because of his talent, but just because of the way he carries himself, the way he leads. We are incredibly blessed as an organization to have Steph leading the way. What a performance tonight." After seeing those memes of Steph Curry being defended by 3 or 4 guys because his teammates were not experienced enough, it lit a fire on Steph that night. Losing in the fashion that we were the first few games is never a good feeling. We are just trying to get to the level that we expected this season. We showed a lot of bright spots, obviously, tonight. It was a pretty crazy night. Just like any great player, a slight jab or diss can help you to be motivated to have performances like this. I would suggest poking the bear is not a good idea, especially if that bear is a 2-time MVP and the greatest shooter of all time. As to what Kendrick Lamar said in his song Humble, sit down, be humble. The night before the 62-point game, Steph blew out the Sacramento Kings with a final score of 137-106. Steph finished with a game-high 30 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 assists and 1 rebound shy of a triple-double, while shooting 50% from the field and 42% from the three-point line. After another brilliant performance that game, Steph said, "It's a statement to us that we're getting better. That's all you can ask for." His sister, Sidel Curry, also shared her opinions on the haters via Twitter. "Now please shut up. Respectfully, proud little sis." Luke Walton, the Kings head coach and a close friend to Steve Kerr, knows what it's like to experience this kind of performance by Steph. Walton coached the 73-9 Golden State Warriors when Steve Kerr was still dealing with back surgery, where they started the season 24-0, beating the best start in NBA history by the 93-94 Houston Rockets and 48-49 Washington Capitals at 15-0. Well, that was a frustrating one, clearly. "We looked like the team that played on a back-to-back instead of them," Walton said. Not only did the Warriors achieve the best start in a single season that year, they also won 54 straight home games in a span of 1 year, from January 31st, 2015 to March 29th, 2016. They also set the best road win in a single season by winning 34 games, topping the 95-96 Chicago Bulls with a mark of 33 wins on the road. Those Warriors posted a 90% winning percentage, making it the best winning percentage in a single season against the top 10 teams that year. They led the league in 4 of the major categories, scoring 114.9 points per game, shooting 49% from the field and 41% from the three-point line as a team, with an offensive rating of 112.5 points scored per 100 possessions. We quickly forget that Curry won a title before KD left for free agency and when Klay was sidelined for 2 years because of an injury. Steph knows he must have an MVP season similar to 2016 to contend or even make the playoffs in a loaded Western Conference this year. They are 3-0 when Steph scores 30 or more, 0-3 when lower than that. Clearly, the more shots he gets, the better chances the Warriors have to win, and it opens up the floor for them to play that fast-paced, run-and-gun style we all love to watch. What are your thoughts about Stephen Curry this year? Does he deserve to be a MVP candidate? Tell us what you think in the comments down below, and once again, make sure to leave a like on this video and hit that subscribe button. And also, don't forget to hit that notification bell to get the latest updates on the best NBA content. Thank you for watching.